What's good? What's good? What's good, beautiful people? It's your main man, Big G. Coming at you all the way live. I'm in your space, I'm in your face, and I'm definitely blessed to be here on this wonderful day. Just blessed to be alive. It's July the 12th, 2026, here in the great state of Mississippi. Look into the prime time network. I'm your host, Big G. We are live at 5 when you are tuned into Mr. Talk. Thank you for being a part of the show. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to all of our networks, all of our channels, all of our social media. Be sure to visit us at www.gemsitpublishing.com. We are that one-stop shop for everything hot. I promise you that. In today's conversation, well, we're talking about journalism. Yeah. So while we're giving everyone an opportunity to come on into the feed, come on in, get the notifications, log on in, because you know we stream across all social media platforms, from LinkedIn to Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, Kick. We're working on TikTok and Fanbase as we speak. Make sure you go lock in with us on Fanbase as well at Freeway Records. I like a little melody, a little jazz melody to ease your mind after a long, hard, and productive day. Something to make you focus, dial in, pay attention to. What is he talking about? What does he have on his mind? When you hear this jingle, I want you to know it's time to buckle your seats. I want you to know it's time to get ready for this roller coaster ride because, yeah, I got a lot on my mind today. But we're going to specify. We're going to stay in a lane. We're going to talk about journalism, ladies and gentlemen, and the importance of the craft, the importance of the space. And make sure you lock us in. Tell a friend, tell a friend, to tell a friend that it's time to get this thing kicked off and going. Yes, indeed. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Industry Talk. Let's jump this conversation. All right. Yes, indeed. And before I dig off too deep into it, right? Because it's Sunday and, we'll be at the top of the week. People going back into the office or your respected workplaces. But this is for the content creators, the influencers, the individuals that really move the needle with the culture in this day and age. Some may not want to accept it or even respect it. But the analytics of where it's going is pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious. So today we're talking about The foundation of great journalism, not just journalism, pure journalism, great journalism. The principles, the standards, and the unwavering commitment to the trust that separate credible journalism from noise, opinion, and misinformation. In an age where everyone has a camera, a microphone, a social media account, and I'm using every as a generalization because that's not necessarily the truth, a large majority of information travels faster than ever before. But speed does not equal accuracy, and popularity does not equal credibility. The real question is not who gets the story first, it's who gets the story right as it pertains to journalism. Okay. Great journalism is built on a foundation that cannot be compromised. It is driven by integrity. It demands honesty, fairness, accountability, and transparency. It requires the discipline to verify before publishing, the courage to ask difficult questions, and the humility to correct mistakes when they happen. Y'all all too often know that misinformation gets out, the bad story gets out, an inaccurate story gets out, and someone is persecuted and run through the ringer before the truth really prevails, which, in fact, when that happens, the light is very dim. For example, Big Tigger and his wife going through what they were going through, put on the global stage, but on the backside of this whole situation, some real heinous things taking place in this young lady's life that I'm sure she didn't want divulged. All because of her actions in that particular moment. Journalists have a responsibility that extends far beyond headlines and breaking news. They help communities understand the issues that shape their lives. They give a voice to those who might otherwise go unheard. They challenge systems of power, expose wrongdoing, celebrate achievement, and preserve history as it unfolds. You see? So here at Industry Talk, we believe journalism isn't about pushing an agenda. It's about pursuing understanding. It's about presenting facts, providing context, and allowing people to make informed decisions for themselves. Our credibility isn't measured by how loud we are or how many clicks we receive. It's measured by consistency, accuracy, and the trust we earn one conversation at a time. The core principles of journalism remain timeless. Seek the truth, verify the facts, be independent, minimize harm, be accountable, and be transparent. Within the fallout of what it is that you're reporting, yes, things may go awry. But if you're standing on those principles, then your integrity is intact. These aren't just professional guidelines, they're a commitment to the public. See, we're going to explore what happens when these principles are honored and what happens when they're ignored. We'll discuss the challenges facing journalism in the digital era, the responsibility of media organizations, the influence of citizen journalism, artificial intelligence, and why trust has become one of the most valuable currencies in modern communication. Because at the end of the day, journalism isn't just about reporting what happened, it's about building a record of truth that future generations can rely upon. And now that you have a digital imprint, a digital ecosystem, that is all too much more important because what you say and how you play is locked and loaded to stay. If it's been shared, if it's been, even if you've deleted it, it's out there. So let's have an honest conversation about the foundation of great journalism and why integrity remains the cornerstone that separates trusted journalism from everything else. From everything else. Mm. Who do you trust? When you open your phone in the morning, and we talked about this the other day, remember to leave that phone alone for at least 45 minutes to an hour before you start your day. Go do all the other precursors before you get started, before you even look at the phone. But when you do open that thing up, what's the first headline that you read? The first video that pops up on your timeline? The loudest voice in the room, or the person willing to spend hours, even days, making sure every fact is correct before saying a single word? That question is never more important than in today's society. We're living in the most connected period in human history. Billions of people have the ability to publish information instantly. Every second, thousands of videos are uploaded, millions of posts are shared. And opinions, well, they race across the globe before the facts have a chance to catch up. Some call it the information age. Others call it the age of influence. Many are beginning to recognize it as the age of confusion. Somewhere along the way, journalism and content creation became confused with one another. They are not the same. Believe me, they are not the same. Creating content, well, that's easy. Creating influence, well, that's even easier. Creating outrage, easier still. But journalism, my friends, journalism is difficult. Journalism demands discipline when everyone else demands speed. It requires patience when the world rewards immediacy. It requires courage when powerful people would rather the truth remain hidden. And perhaps most importantly, it requires integrity when integrity is the easiest thing to compromise. The public often sees the finished story. They don't see the dozens of phone calls that were never answered. They don't see the documents that had to be authenticated. They do not see the interviews that contradicted one another. They don't see the legal reviews. They do not see the editor or individuals in your workshop asking one more question because something just didn't add up. They don't see the reporter deciding to hold the story, not because it wasn't exciting, but because it wasn't verified. You see, that's journalism. The greatest journalist in history understood something that still applies today. Your credibility is built over decades and can be destroyed in minutes. Y'all not listening to me today. Y'all hear me, but you're not listening. But eventually it'll soak in. Once the trust is broken, every future story becomes suspect. That's why journalism has never been about being first. It has always been about being right. Yeah. Yeah. The Society of Professional Journalists summarizes this responsibility through four enduring principles. And I'll repeat that: seek the truth and report it. Not the convenient truth, not the popular truth, not the profitable truth, the truth. Minimize harm, because every story involves real people whose lives can be forever changed by careless reporting. Act independently. Journalists must serve the public, not political parties, advertisers, corporate interests, algorithms, or personal agendas. And finally, be accountable and transparent. Own your reporting, show your work, correct your mistakes, explain your process. That's not weakness, that's credibility. Technology has fundamentally changed the rules. Artificial intelligence can now write articles in seconds. Deep fakes can manufacture events that happened and they've never happened. Algorithms often reward emotion over evidence. Social media monetizes engagement, not necessarily accuracy. Breaking news has become breaking opinions. And somewhere in the noise, many people are asking questions. How do I know what's true anymore? That question isn't just for journalists, it's for every citizen. Because democracy depends upon informed people, communities depend upon trusted information, businesses depend upon accurate reporting, families make life changing decisions based on information they believe to be true. When journalism fails, society pays the price. When journalism succeeds, communities become stronger, governments become more accountable, businesses become more transparent, citizens become better informed. We're going beyond headlines, ladies and gentlemen. We're examining the very foundation upon which great journalism is built. So we're going to dig off into it. I want to let me know what's on your mind today, people. If you're tapping in, if you're locked in, if you see what's going on, you know what's going on, you hear what's going on. Let me do a little house cleaning too. Welcome everybody. Wherever you're at, let me know where you're tapping in from. Goldie 662, Lucky Dre 22, Hit the Streets Johnson. Where y'all tapping from? If y'all hearing what we're talking about, if y'all liking what we're putting down, comment about journalism, comment about integrity, comment about the tenets, comment about and engage me about, am I just speaking? Am I talking truth? Am I speaking out the side of my neck? Don't nobody care? I need to know. I need to know. Because in this day and age, that's what we're dealing with. What's going on, Jay Shaw? What's going on, Angel Williams? How y'all doing today? So then on the Facebook, let me go check YouTube and Twitch and LinkedIn. You know, what's funny is at the end of the lives and at the end of us doing what we do, our views and our numbers reflect more than what people are commenting and engaging. So either we got some sideline folks that just like to sit back and listen to the conversation and enjoy what we're talking about, Oh, I got a bunch of haters out there that are waiting for me to fail. One or the other, guess what? Strap on your seatbelt, grab you some popcorn, put you a little bit of that, put your little bit of that Teaches on there, huh? That signature season. Put you some of that there on there, right? Yeah. Get you a nice big old glass of ice water. Um, and anything else that you need to buckle on up and strap in for the ride. Cause those of you that are here to enjoy the journey, man, we're gonna have a great time. Those of you that are here to watch me crumble, fall, and fail, guess what? I might just give you the pleasure of seeing that. You never know. I do not predict my future. I know what we've put in place to ensure that we're sustainable. So for me to sit there and speak on what I not and do not know, I know what I've done to align myself with being right with and aligning myself with me, myself, what I believe in, my family, and moving forward in such a way that failure is not an option. But if in fact, if in fact I do hit a road bump, fall, fail, bust my shit all the way up as a result of my mistake, I can assure you, you will see me get right back up, dust myself off, stitch my shit up, figure out what I did wrong, correct the error in my way, and continue to rebuild. And once I've rebuilt, I'm back in the saddle, moving full force with an adjusted agenda. Because along the way, we make mistakes. There are glitches that we go through. But if I stay stuck and I stay down and I allow you to continually laugh at me and throw dirt on me and kick me in my ass and woe is me, well, that's my fault. That's not your fault. I want you to be entertained. I want you to be entertained. Yes. This is an entertainment platform. If I'm not entertaining you, I'm not doing my job. So, get closer and closer to this code. This code. Look, man, I've been coding for a long time. I'm not talking about medical billing or nothing like that. I'm talking about coding. And I've been working on a combination of some um, some Unix structures, some Python structures, and I'm trying to integrate some databases. And um, look, man, this SQL stuff and making sure all the functionality is right in my various packages that I'm building, whether it's a JSON package or whether it's a, you know, an SQL package, and making sure that everything is aligning and connected and reading right, because the functionality of what I'm trying to get done. Um, the I've been up. I've probably lost about 30, 40 pounds just because I haven't been eating like I normally do. You get stuck into a project, you get stuck into a mode, and you want to get it complete. And with coding, you can't get it complete just in an instant. You have to package by package, module by module, node by node, and everything that you want to connect internally has to be right before you try to connect it to something else. And then once you try to connect that to something else, there's something along the way that is a syntax error. You've forgotten a comma in code. Something happens. Then you got to go back line by line by line by line. And it takes time. But the beauty behind all of it is being meticulous enough and engaged enough to know that um, I got to get it right. And I have to fault myself sometimes because I can be here working and you know how you're on autopilot and you're moving, you're doing what you got to do. You're sitting there typing away, you getting it in, but you really sleep. Your mind is telling you you're getting it in, but your ass is asleep at the keyboard. You know, fucked up a whole script with Z's and X's and F's, and you didn't goddamn your PowerShell and got screwed up because you didn't lock it up. You don't even know where you're at right now. The commands that you're punching into it's not working right because you didn't came out of the wrong shell and you're not in the all kinds of mishaps because instead of me taking a break, stepping away, and getting away from the screen for a little while, I want to get it done. I want to power through it. Well, when you're coding and you're programming, you can't just power through it because you can really cause yourself a headache down the road, rushing through, making sure, or rushing through something, trying to get it done as opposed to through your protocols and checking and running it, running the system, checking it against everything, and passing, making sure each module passes through your test. Oh my gosh, I'm yeah, uh, I'm a geek. Don't hold it against me. Um, Steve Gonzalez, sir, I'm sending you my new Academy link. It will help you with all of that. Um, okay. It's going to help me with what exactly, Mr. Gonzalez? My mental situation, stress, or coding? Which one? I mean, because coding is what I do. I mean, I, I don't, I don't trust computers to code for me. I'll draft it, then I run and I test stuff. So I'm not sure what. Give me some insight in terms of what you're talking about. Um, but I did post a visual link today where people can go check out visual. It's not visual, it's visual. I have a speech impediment. Hold it against me. Okay, Visual, Vigil, Visual Systems LLC. I'm tapping with Steve Gonzalez, man. He is the founder and creator of Visual. And so, what exactly, Steve, in reference to your comment that you have in the box here? Oh, SQL coding and all of the above. It's a part of Visual. Okay, okay, gotcha. I appreciate it. So what does it do exactly? I could prompt something and it'll spit out some output, or what do you got? Because sometimes um, I'm not real good with prompting a computer to do something. Like speaking to it as though we're having a conversation. Please keep me informed. Uh, Let me see. Let me go check over here. What's going on? Mm, 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 mm. I know what I'm gonna have to do. I think. Well, I can't do that. I can't. That would be rude. That would be rude. That would be rude. But I need to offer. I need to offer an exclusive live to subscribers and individuals and have a private um, conversation, subscribers only with a subscriber link. That's the only way that you can tap into the conversation because I want to create a digital think tank, just like what Stephen Gonzalez is offering and talking about, of individuals that are doing their thing. You know, they know what they want. They know what they want to produce, um, and anything that can assist. Like this is an add to. This is a plus. I'm going to check out the visual system and see what we're talking about with the SQL coding and all of the above. It's part of visual. And I want to see, you know, if this computer, if this artificial intelligence is sharper than my mind when it comes to coding. That's what I'm going to see. It's a challenge at this point because I don't believe there's a computer out there that functions at a higher capacity than my brain. I'm sorry. I'll use it. I will use the tools. I will use the tools. Don't get me wrong. But me personally, I do not believe that there is a computer, a supercomputer, an artificial intelligence, or anything that's out there. And I know all of the bots are listening. So if you're about to sit there and start shooting malware at my system, don't worry about it. I already got you blocked like raid. Uh, I know that the capacity in which it computes may, because of programming, right? Quantum programming and the leaps of how the system can adjust and pull data and incorporate from different systems to come or derive an answer. Still can't touch my brain. I'm sorry. Yes, I saw you live today, Jay Shaw. I know y'all not eating food today. Y'all getting it in today. Huh? Y'all getting it in today in the Shaw household. That's what I'm talking about, man. If you believe that a computer system has more intellectual capacity and bandwidth than your brain, put it in the comments and tell me I'm an idiot. Type just that, I'm an idiot. If you believe that. Only if you believe. If you don't believe that, you know, stay in the cool people's room. Stay in the cool people's room. I want to know anyone that is out there that believes that computers, computer technology, and all of these little intricacies of trigonometry or trigonometry outweigh the intellectual impact of the human brain. Because before they developed artificial intelligence to what you believe is artificial intelligence, we were doing the same calculations on a Texas Instrument. Calculator. But algebraic and trigonometric functions, sine, cosine, tangent. We couldn't just punch in to the system, solve Pythagorean's theory, and apply all theorems and functionality, and it spits out an answer. No, we had to do this shit by hand. We had to know really what a squared plus b squared equals c squared meant. What variables are, exponents are, We had to know this. You're right, Gonzalez. These systems know what we teach them. It's not the other way around. It is not the other way around. And as long as you maintain your posture in that fashion, then you'll never get behind the eight ball when it comes to tech and technology. You'll never feel out of place. Never. Because the one thing these electronic devices cannot outrun, outsmart, outwit is an EMP. Yeah. Gonzalez says, I have no tech background, but I taught myself to code and the language's architecture system, functions, pipelines, security, etc. Okay. All right. That's what's up. I'm going to have to check it out, man. I'm going to have to check it out. And everyone else, check it out. The Visual System, VIGIL System, LLC. Steve Gonzalez. We're talking about integrity. We're talking about journalism. We're talking about what it takes to be the person to stand alone and upright in the face of adversity, in the face of power, in the face of popularity. It's not for the likes, it's not for the clicks, it's not for anything along those lines. It is not for what you think. It is for the people. Remember that. You always have to remember that. It's for the people. If you're going to disseminate information, just like Shaw wakes up in the morning and he pushes information about his life. These are real life stories. This is real life information. This is real life happening. He talks about his past. He talks about his military life. He talks about his kids. He talks about what he does day in and day out, what keeps him in check with himself and in line with his family and what he's wanting to get accomplished. See, there's integrity there. There's a consistency there. There's, you're establishing all of the things, the baseline for when people tap in. Hey, man, I'm not seeing anything obtuse in the conversation. I can go back and fact check what he's talking about. But yet, in fact, most of it is related to what he's dealing with in his life. Opinionated, yes, but still based in fact. He's showing you the Huxtables, ladies and gentlemen. He's showing you how he's raising his family. So while I'm talking about that, while I'm on that, give you guys a nice little rundown on everything that we have going on. Big shout out to the Butterfly Collection, and we appreciate your support. Today's episode of Industry Talk is proudly sponsored by the Butterfly Collection. That's right, the Butterfly Collection is here. Gentle stories, big lessons, bright imagination. Books are available at Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, Ingram Spark by author Angel Williams. These books are perfect for pre-K programs, kindergarten classrooms, elementary schools, classroom libraries, bedtime reading, and SEL programs. Be sure to get your copy today. Be sure to get your copy today. Be sure to get your copy today. The 16th is coming up. There's a book that's dropping. No one has put it in the comments. No one has said anything. So no one is going to get the book until I see it in the comments, ladies and gentlemen. I've given you all the hints. I've given you all the clues. I've given you all the information. Dreamscapesreads.org. I'm telling you, on the 16th, there's a book that's dropping. I need to know the name of that book. If an individual can sit there and tell me the name of that book, I will purchase that book for you and send it to you myself. I like the buildup of it. It's also somebody's birthday. I wonder who that could be. I see my beautiful wife is online. What's going on, baby? Thank you for tapping in. Thank you for tapping in. We also have on Tuesdays, every Tuesday, Paul Whitehouse will be joining us with Get Rich and Don't Cry Trying, ladies and gentlemen. Paul Whitehouse.
I'm Paul.
I'm Chad.
I'm Paul from Patriot Business Finance Consultants. I'm just trying to get the best financing package arranged for our clients. We will fight for you. 844-742-1776. Call us. Check out our website, www.patriotbfc.com.
That's business lease financing for equipment and things of the like. Have a conversation with Paul. He'll get you right. He will get you right. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we have Kiara Isham Smith and Emily Mitchell that are working out their schedule. The 21st will be their next locked-in day at 6 o'clock for their mental health awareness segment. Their last segment was on toxicity. So what I want you to do is lock down this number, lock down this email address. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about the show, if you have any show requests, or if you want to do an interview with these guys, and talk about mental health or whatever the case may be, tap in with Kiara and Emily. If you have not subscribed to Boss Talk Podcast 101, Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime, you got time, but you're missing out. You're missing out on all of the great content that comes out. If you have not subscribed to the networks, you don't know what's happening behind the scenes because you're not going to see that content because it's only pushed out to subscribers. And, so you're just seeing what we push out. So if you subscribe to the networks, if you become a part of the network, and I'm talking about everyone that you see that we're talking about, from Inside Speaks to True Media Podcast with Coach Malachi, Job Blaze with the Cloud Chronicles, comedian Jarrell Braswell on his site, Exo Music, Terry Cherry. I don't want to leave anybody out, in terms of folks that are a part of our network that really help push everything that we got going on. Boss Talk Podcast 101, Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime. As a matter of fact, and look, this for you. Stop what you're doing right now and go subscribe to Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime on YouTube, all social media platforms. Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to make sure you tap in. Right now, over 72,000 subscribers and well over 11 million views and watch time hours. So make sure that you continue to support, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and keep tapping in with us, because we're going to keep on bringing you this hot content every day and in every way. It's your main man, Big G. And make sure, like I said, stop what you're doing right now and tap in. Like, share, subscribe. Boss Talk Podcast 101 Prime Time. A lot of times people don't understand, man, G, why are you doing this? Why are you so hell-bent on building these platforms? I understand the power of information. I understand the power of disseminating information. I understand the power of people and how they move. I can't be in all places at the same time, but everyone that has a phone, access to a television screen, access to a PDA, guess what? We are in your space. We are in your place. We are in your face, wherever you reside, whatever you enjoy. If you like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Pity Pat, Give a Dog, whatever social media device you enjoy, we want to be there for you. We want to be able to provide our services for you and disseminate the information that we know is useful to the audience. So who gravitates towards that? The individuals that gravitate to what it is that we put down and enjoy what we do, from entertainment to comedy to sports, commentary, movies, podcasts, journalism, you name it. We're in it. And the system that we're producing is about to just crush every major label. I don't care if you're Sony, Warner Brothers, I don't care what it is that you are. I'm about to put the whole construct in your hand. Everything that they don't want to tell you in terms of how this system works, it's right there in your hand. Y'all already know, fucking with me, it come with a fee. You can license this thing through G. Because the product speaks for itself. How the product works speaks for itself. Man, stop talking about it. It's a counterfeit to so cold-blooded. Every royalty, every copyright, every man. Let me stop. If you're not messing with us by the end of the year, you're really missing out. I'm giving folks the rest of the year to really catch up. That's what's really happening. You know. Yeah, we're already through the boulder into the ocean. That ripple effect. Yeah, it started to reach a bunch of different places. As I was saying, back to the script. Big shout out to my brother ECEO and the official Miss Jermaine.
It's about that time. We decided we were going to do something a little bit different today, add some different elements to what we already do. It's going down there, trying to figure out ways to break the algorithm. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to all our channels, all our different platforms. Boss Talk 101, Boss Talk 101 Prime Time. It's crazy. We got to get it done, though. Boss Talk 101, where the bosses talk.
Where the bosses talk, ladies and gentlemen. And if you are a boss, hey, you probably didn't talk to me at some point along this journey. Definitely along this journey. And of course, Inside Speaks, 10 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time.
No, this is not a dream. You're in the world of Inside Speaks. We're inspiring you to find happiness in your world. Guess what? We outside with it. We like to hammock camp, bike, as well as ruck. That's right. I'm an Army veteran. I served 2 tours, man, with some great individuals, man. We had our ups, we had our downs, just like you go through in life. But I tell you what, I'm going to share some of them stories with you on this channel.
And that he does. And make sure y'all tap in with my brother, comedian Jarrell Braswell, constantly out there on the road with his good friend, Bubba Dub. Y'all tap in with my man.
Hey, what it do, world? It's your boy, comedian JB, the real Jay Braswell, comedian Jay Braswell. Hey, dig this. I got a website, man. Tap in at jbcomedy.com.
At jbcomedy.com. You know what you're going to find when you tap in at jbcomedy.com? I'm going to tell you what you're going to find. You're going to find everything that you need to link up with my guy. Need a host, feature, headliner, or motivational speaker who delivers every time? Book comedian Jarrell Braswell, bringing high energy comedy and unforgettable performances to every stage he touches. Catch him while you can. Visit jbcomedy.com and secure your date today. Calendar is filling fast. Book Jarrell Braswell now.
Come on, y'all, and come up, blooded. They call it JB Comedy.
Coming to the stage, comedian JB.
For real, man. I tried they older women. Them cougars, they fucking it up. They doing what young women doing. Cougars popping, mollies. They getting BBLs, all that shit. One cougar I was fucking with had a BBL. She was shaped like a silver bite gorilla. For real. Had another one I was fucking with. That bitch was shaped like Shamar.
And big shout out to one of our platinum sponsors, Tisha Lee, and her signature house blend. Today's conversation on Industry Talk is being brought to you by our platinum sponsor, Tisha's signature house blend, Season All. When you're preparing yourself something to eat, be sure to season your meats with Tisha's signature house blend, Season All. Yes, indeed, beautiful people. And you know, our conversation today was very impactful, very informative, and I want you to take that information about journalism, integrity, and the tenets thereof and apply them to what it is that you do day in and day out when it comes to this content creation era, or this age of confusion when it comes to how we disseminate and populate these platforms with information, the various types of information that is out there in the world that is subject to be there forever. And when I mean forever, it's built into a database and can be retrieved at any time. And what you say today might not necessarily reflect the meanings and the mood of what's going on tomorrow. So keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, make what you create, make what you talk about and report on, withstand the test of time when it comes to your journalistic integrity and how you push and disseminate your content out to the world. It's your face. It's your place. It's your space. Don't get it twisted, because the rest of the world definitely will. And as always, beautiful people, y'all know what I mean. It's very simple. It's about health, wealth, wellness. Yeah. Stay dangerous. Need a host, feature, headliner, or motivational speaker who delivers every time? Book comedian Jarrell Braswell, bringing high energy comedy and unforgettable performances to every stage he touches. Catch him while you can. Visit jbcomedy.com and secure your date today. The calendar is filling fast. Book Jarrell Braswell now.
Warm y'all ass. Come up, blooded. They call me JB coming out.
Coming to the stage, comedian JB.
So man, I tried they older women, them cougars, they fucking it up. They doing what young women doing. Cougars popping, mollies, they getting BBLs, all that shit. One cougar I was fucking with had a BBL, she was shaped like a silverback gorilla. For real. Had another one I was fucking with, that bitch was shaped like Shamar.